love cities. The rude people, the noise, the chaos. Is it strange that I find it comfortable? is a great area for harvesting.
This is it. Madame Wim said the amulet would guide us to Emperor Morikar's soul. Madame Wim said to use the amulet to guide us, right? Let's do that and look around. I doubt she'd mislead us. Whiskey! Let's follow it. I wonder how many souls are trapped in this place. Emperors expected when they made their bargain with Mehrunes Dagon. A hidden door. I think we need to go in there. That looks like some sort of forge. I wonder if it still works. From the furnace. The furnace door is sealed tight. Why would my amulet lead us here?
Open the door. Your Emperor commands it.
The same voice from my memory. Emperor Morikar. There's a discharge labrum there. We need to find and charge some lucents. I think we can open the furnace door by using lucents. I want to see what's inside. See if that voice really belongs to Emperor Morikar. It certainly sounded like the voice from my memory. Let's find some lucents and figure out how this works. You need to find some lucents, preferably charged ones. Otherwise, you need a Dynamis font to charge them. In this case... all I see is a chunk of slag.
Release us. Obey your emperor.
Before you try anything else, let's talk. There's no doubt about it. The voice came out of that chunk of slag. And it sounds just like Emperor Morika's voice from my memory. He wants us to free him. Do you think we should? You've seen this place. It's all about torture. I think they fused the souls of the Emperors into that chunk of metal. Seems like a fitting punishment for anyone who incurred Mehrunes Dagon's wrath. But we need to free them to talk to them. We need to ignite the furnace to melt the slag. I spotted 2 more discharge labrums. There are 2 other discharge labrums. If we can find another... I think we need to ignite the furnace. The furnace has 2 other discharge... Look, up there! A Lucent! Place the charged Lucent in that discharge labrum by the wall. Over here, there's a Dynamis font. Let's charge that Lucent. That worked! The Lucent is charged. Now place it in one of the discharge labrums. Furnace ignited. Good job.
Released at last. Who must we thank for our freedom?
I still taste the blood of my enemies, those I crushed beneath my heel. This prison is an insult. I am a conqueror, a god in my own right. My teeth have shred the flesh of hundreds, thousands. I demand the respect I deserve. Has the mortal world already forgotten the name of Durkaroch, the Black Drake, first of the Longhouse Emperors? The plan was mine. Mine! The blood of the Reach sings with fury in my veins. How dare Mehrunes Dagon betray my legacy? Lies. You have the tongue of a liar, and I will rip it from your mouth. I will not be swayed by your words. I won't let you betray me. The power promised by the Pact is mine by right. You cannot have it. Away with you!
This is not freedom. No. Simply a respite from the darkness. I remember the traitors at my gates, the blade of the usurper slicing through my flesh. But I hid them away. I did my best to fulfill the bargain. I am Leovic, last of the Longhouse Emperors. But who are you? You have the stink of the traitorous Varen about you. That snake. I knew he was coming. I knew I had to take action. Preserve the plan. Keep the secret. Salvage the contingency. It started with my grandfather, but it was my father who passed the responsibility to me. It was all part of the bargain the Black Drake made with Mehrunes Dagon. We would prepare the four ambitions, and in return, our family would rule forever. I took action. I moved the ambitions to new vaults. Safe vaults. But before I could do more, the usurper murdered me. And how did Mehrunes Dagon reward me? By locking me away in a block of metal. And the secret of the Longhouse Emperors died with me.
An eternity of agony. This was not what the Prince of Destruction promised. I did everything the Black Drake commanded. Everything the High Priest instructed. And I gave precise orders to my son. So why the torture? And why is the weapon here? Daughter? You mean the weapon? Why have you brought her here? You cannot let her fall into the hands of Mehrunes Dagon. He reneged on his promise to us. I see no reason to keep our part of the bargain now. You did not know? The girl is one of the four ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. But she's not like the other three. Oh, no. I made a few modifications of my own to the High Priest's ritual. She is not just an ambition. She is my contingency. An Emperor never relies on a single strategy. We were promised power if we delivered the ambitions at the appointed time, but Daedric princes are not to be trusted. So I prepared Mairead as a weapon that could deal with Dagon, should the need arise. My daughter, the fourth ambition, she's the key. Along with the other ambitions, she can call forth the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That was my contingency, in case the Prince of Destruction lied, and we needed to send him back to the Deadlands. The Anchorite? Is that what you call Mairead? Ha! Use her. Her and the ambitions. Bring my vengeance to the Prince who betrayed us. Go to the Isle of Joys. A retreat not far from here. All the details are there. Ah, someone comes.
I'm an ambition? One of those people Lyranth was talking about? How is that possible?
We are not property or playthings, Morcar.
Sombren, no!
You are what we created you to be.
You wanted a weapon? Then taste my power!
Oh, Sombren. Why?
Hey, friend. We better talk.
I almost decided not to accompany Lyranth, but now I'm glad she insisted. How else would I have gotten the opportunity to punish the Longhouse Emperors for what they did to us? Finding the last ambition? That's just a welcome surprise. I have no interest in more of their lies, and neither should you. I gave the Longhouse Emperors exactly what they wanted. My power. Besides, they'll reform in this place eventually. I just couldn't allow them to corrupt the last ambition. Those men were evil when they were alive. Do you think an existence of torture in the Deadlands would change that? The last ambition needs to learn from Kalia and me. I sense that same power inside her that courses through us. We belong together. A fantasy. We can't hope to stand against the Prince of Destruction. Look, I've learned a lot since last we spoke. Too much to explain, and too little that you would understand. It's time for the ambitions to take our destiny in our own hands.
I didn't think Sombren was going to do something so dramatic. You have to forgive him. He's been very intense lately. I'm not sure how else to describe it, When we first arrived in the Deadlands, he insisted he could help me control my powers, that I could practice without fear of hurting anyone. But lately he's been different. Almost desperate. He spends most of his time reading that strange book, searching desperately for answers. He's obsessed with our power, trying so hard to understand it. But the more frustrated he gets, the more he pulls away. And now, this... You must remember, the book Evely gave him, Lyranth called it the Mysterium Xarxis. He's become obsessed with it. He's sure the answer to controlling our powers hides somewhere among its pages, and he pores over them at every opportunity. Not in the same way. I don't think he's having dreams or anything. Sombrin's always been passionate, but since Destron died, his rage has been growing, and the frustration and desperation makes that rage harder, sharper. And I've tried, but he wants to protect me. He doesn't want to burden me with the weight he's carrying. I think he needs to work this out for himself. I just hope he can do that soon, before he lets that rage and frustration destroy him.
That man, Sombrin. He seems familiar. But why did he destroy the Emperors? There was so much more I wanted to ask, especially of Morikar. I can't quite bring myself to call him father. But what Morikar said, is it true? Maybe. But familiar or not, they're still strangers. We came here for answers. And while I learned something, it feels like all I got was more questions. Right. Morikar said the answers were waiting at the Isle of Joys. I have no idea where that might be. Look, your friend Evely wants to talk to you, and I need a moment to think this through. But don't worry.
I am not all right with what just happened. Lyranth and I managed to find Sombrin and Kalia. We convinced them to come with us. But I had no idea he was going to explode those poor ghosts. Did I hear correctly? The Anchorite is the last ambition? That's just... Did you have any idea? Well, I guess that makes it easy enough. Now we know where all the ambitions are. Did you learn anything else before Sombrin blasted them into non-existence? Wait a moment! I know that name! Remember Lyranth had me comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents? That name was listed as one of their hunting retreats. But I couldn't find any other information. Do you know where it is? That's why the map didn't make sense. It wasn't a map of Tamriel. It's the Deadlands. All right, my friend. Let's go see what we can find at the Isle of Joys. Sure. Let me know.
So, the Anchorite is the fourth ambition. Interesting. However, my tolerance for mortal emotions has reached its limit. Who knows what I could have learned had I been allowed to question the Emperors. At least we have the surviving ambitions.
Are you ready to go?
You're one of us, Anchorite. An ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyranth. I need to do this.
Damn it. That was a mistake that may cost us dearly.
If I were the Anchorite, I'd want answers too. I still have a bad feeling about this, though. Something about Sombrin was off. I don't remember him being so quick to anger back in Blackwood. As much as I want to, no. Someone has to investigate the Isle of Joys. We should stick together and take care of that. The Anchorite, though, she'll be all right, right? Good to hear. I barely know her, so I wasn't sure. Besides, Kalia's with them. She'll keep Sombrin from doing anything too crazy, I'm sure. We just have to trust that the Anchorite knows what
Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Evely head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the Anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombrin. No, and his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium, Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the Anchorite from us as well. We're going to need her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan. My reaction is irrelevant. The Anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations. Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombrin and Kalia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Evely should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Morikar spoke of.
Over there. This portal should get us across. Imperial ruins. This must be the Isle of Joys. Me and the Longhouse Emperors had a very
No
different
remorse!
idea of joy. Come on, let's search those rooms.
Huzzah!
A map. It looks like the inside of one of those Doom vaults we found. Hang on to that. The Ego Nimic? What's that? Alright, this was a productive trip. At least Emperor Morikar's ghost didn't lie about leaving stuff here. Let's review what we found. Yeah, I noticed that straight away. Maybe they were part of a set, and this one was Emperor Morikar's? And look, it has some weird runes etched into the surface. It might be important. Hold on to it. What about that journal? Let me see. The Ego Nimic is some sort of name? Says it has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That's huge. But whatever we need to access it isn't here. It's in the Anchorite's vault. I still can't believe she's an ambition. What about that map? Didn't we explore all the vaults in Blackwood? Wait a moment. I did read about one other vault. Doom Vault Volpanaz. It was cracked open and ransacked during Varen's revolution, so I assumed any ambition inside it was long gone. Really? You explored another vault without me? You're trying to make me look bad. What did you find? Tell me there was something there that connects to all this. Did you get to search it all? I guess if you'd found the key to a weapon that could banish Mehrunes Dagon in there, you would have told us about it. Well, we can't give up now. This is still worth looking into. Maybe this mark indicates a hidden portion of the vault that you didn't spot last time. We have to at least try. I'll meet you there.
Sheath your weapons. The battle is won. For glory!
You brought the map of the vault with you from the Isle of Joys, right? Let's go to the location it specified. What happened to this place? Look! Those runes are similar to the ones on the ring. There must be a connection. I knew that thing was important. All right, I guess we enter another portal. Is this where the Anchorite used to live? It looks like someone else has been here recently. Sombrin's diary. I guess he and Kalia spent some time here. Did he write down anything that can help us? So Sombrin and Kalia came here at some point, after they left us and went to the Deadlands? I wonder what they were looking for. So, anything good in Sombrin's diary? He's not on the same level as the writer of the Investigator Vale stories, but his writing isn't bad. Interesting. Does he know about the Ego-Nimic? It doesn't seem like it. He just says he thinks something important is inside that chest. Hey now, positive thoughts! Let's examine the chest. Maybe the ring will help. It got us into this hidden chamber. Who knows what else it can do? This enchantment looks powerful. Hey, there's an indentation on the lock. That's unusual. I have absolutely no idea what that is.
Mortals, we have a problem. That fool Ambition. He will ruin everything. You both need to come with me. Sombrin has turned to Mehrunes Dagon, and he plans to take Kalia and the Anchorite with him. We must stop him. How clear must I make it, little mortal? He has Kalia and the Anchorite and is attempting to force them to go with him. He plans to present them all to the Prince of Destruction. We must get to Nylarch Summit and stop him. When I left to retrieve you, Sombrin was attempting to wrestle power from each of the other ambitions and take it for himself. He will turn that power over to Mehrunes Dagon unless we intervene. Quickly, through the portal. There is no time to...
Portals! I think I'm finally getting used to them. Let's go.
Into the portal.
Sombrin, making us run all the way up this thing? Took Kalia and the Anchorite through that door.
Stop! This is insane! We're not coming with you!
Damn it, they found us. This is not your concern! Only Mehrunes Dagon can teach us. Help us control our powers. It's all in his book. And I can't let you interfere. Destron, deal with them.
Destron? Sombrin, what have you done?
I must obey. Destron, you will not pass.
Come forth. Let the memory of you destroy
all of us. Your power is better off in my hands.
Sombrin, leave her alone!
Sombrin didn't expect you to fight back, Anchorite. Well done.
What did I just do?
We should go too. I will summon a portal to take us to Fargrave.
I didn't know I could do that. Open a portal out of thin air. I just couldn't let Sombrin keep hurting Kalia. I'm not sure. I just shoved him somewhere. Away. Come on, let's get out of this.
We should not remain here. I opened a portal to Fargrave. Let us meet there to discuss what we should do. Sombrin stole Kalia's powers. The Anchorite stopped him from taking hers as well, but it has become clear that Sombrin is now our enemy. As for Destron, I'm not sure. Was it his spirit, or just a manifested memory? We should discuss this elsewhere. And the Anchorite will be safe here. Come, little mortal. Let's talk. I did not expect Sombrin to turn against us, or for him to try to take the power of the remaining ambitions. He now possesses the power of Destron and Kalia as well as his own. If he hands that power to Dagon, neither of us will like the results. I am still considering our options. At least we have the Anchorite, and she still has her powers. That is enough for now. You did well, mortal. Against all odds, you continue to prevail. Take this with my gratitude and prepare for what comes next. Now that we can confer in the relative safety of Madame Wim's establishment, tell me what you discovered on the Isle of Joys. Did the spirit of Emperor Morcar speak true? Is there a weapon that can be used against Mehrunes Dagon? Let me see the documents you found. I am familiar with Nimics, but not this Ego Nimic. If it truly has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon, then no wonder the Longhouse Emperors kept it hidden. And what did you find in the Doom Vault? Interesting. And you found this in the vault? The one Morcar claimed belonged to his daughter? Then show it to the Anchorite. Perhaps she can remember something and ascertain its purpose. Our best hope lies in the Anchorite now. Show her the Daedric relic you recovered from her vault. Let her study it and extract its secrets. Perhaps some of her memories will become clear when she examines it. Simply put, a Nimic is a Daedra's true name. Some of us have many, others only one. If another knows these secret names, they can wield great power and influence over the Daedra they belong to. Mortals use them in their incantations to compel us. As a guess, it might be a stronger, more potent version of a Nimic. If we gain access to it, we might be able to weaken Mehrunes Dagon. Perhaps even banish him to the... As we have discussed at length, friendship is an alien concept to my kind. I cannot comment on why mortals do the things they do, and I see little point in spending time agonizing over what could have. Let us solve one problem at a time, mortal.
It's just one thing after another, isn't it? I've barely had time to process the fact that I'm an ambition, or even learn what that really means. I'm sorry I couldn't stop Sombren from taking Kalia's powers. It all happened so fast. I had a vault? Yes. I remember something about a place where they put me when I was being trained by Sister Seldina. Let me see. It does feel familiar. Like trying to remember a dream upon waking. Am I supposed to do something with this? Then I better remember what it is and how to use it, right? Put the relic on the table over there. Let me get a better look at it. Maybe something will come to me.
I hope the Anchorite knows what to do with that strange relic. You found it in that chest in the vault, right? Sombren was so enraged that he couldn't access it, but he never told me why.
I hope the Anchorite can figure out that relic. Well, from what we learned at the Isle of Joys...
Mehrunes Dagon provided parts of himself to create the four ambitions. These parts make up his egonymic and give the ambitions their power. The egonymic can be used to weaken Dagon, to compel him back to oblivion should the need to do so arise. All four parts of the egonymic must be used to even attempt this course of action. We will only use it as a last resort.
I know this. A low and constant hum at the back of my mind. A part of me, but also a part of something else. I think that's how we recognized each other, Sombren and me.
So, the Longhouse Emperors were not as reckless as I thought. Mortal, I have an idea. As I surmised, the egonymic is a more powerful version of a Nimic. Perhaps only the princes have them, since I never heard of them before. Sombren has 2, perhaps even 3 of the 4. We cannot allow him to return that power to Mehrunes Dagon. Sombren was able to take Kalia's power. His summoning of Destron's spirit at the summit suggests he also has Destron somehow, as well as his own. We need to do what he did and steal that power from him for ourselves. Oh, not me, little mortal. The Anchorite. She's the 4th ambition. If Sombren truly seeks Dagon, then he's heading for the prince's capital, Destruction Solace. We need someone who can lead us through that fortress so we can intercept him. Who else but Aarox the Mutilator? The Daedrat was once Mehrunes Dagon's most powerful general. He must have visited the city multiple times over the centuries. Aarox crawled off toward the shambles when I told him I had no time to remove his curse. And while you track down Aarox, I will gather what allies I can. We will need more than those of us here to breach the walls of Solace and take on Sombren. Meet me at Wretched Spire. Dagon's gaze never reaches that corner of the Deadlands.
When Vondacia killed Destron, he said he took my brother's power and gave it to Mehrunes Dagon. But I don't think he got all of it. Sombren was more powerful during our wanderings. I assumed it was the book. But now I think he got Destron's egonymic.
As much as I can't wait to meet a talking Daedrat, I better help Lyrinth gather allies. I'll see you when we meet at Wretched Spire. Good luck.
We'll go with Lyrinth and gather as many allies as we can. And I'll talk with Kalia. She was with Sombrin for a long time. She must have some idea how he stole her power. If he could do it, I don't see why not. I just need to get a handle on these powers I suddenly have. I want to be careful, too. Sombrin gave in to the dark part inside him, the part that belongs to Mehrunes Dagon. I don't want that, not by myself. I surprised him at a Nyalak summit, and he didn't have complete control of Kalia's power yet. We'll probably need to throw everything we have at him. Weaken him, distract him.
More adventures, my darling. Madam Wim hears things. I'd be concerned about facing Mehrunes Dagon again, but you and the Anchorite never cease to surprise me. Return here when you're all done. I would love to help you celebrate another victory.
You know my friend, the one who defected from the Waking Flame. He says something big is about to happen in the Deadlands.
Vree reluctantly decides to take the bait. To what does your friend refer?
No one knows. Or no one's saying. But Mehrunes Dagon is calling every Daedra that can swing a sword to his throne.
Vree considers the might of Dagon's collected legions. Little could withstand such an assault.
Let's go!
Can't you see I'm distraught? My guard was attacked. Now who will protect me while I finish my business in the shambles?
This matter does not concern you, mortal. The Daedrat will be dealt with soon enough. Do not needlessly involve yourself in the Grasp's affairs unless you are ready to deal with the consequences. This creature is your pet. He killed the mortal of a very prominent Daedra. I am prepared to take him to our holding cells. If you want him released to your custody instead, you will have to compensate the Daedra. The stricture recognizes the destruction of Daedric property as a crime, but since the only loss was a mortal life, a fine is considered acceptable recompense. If you pay it, I will consider the matter finished. This compensation is adequate. The Daedrat is free to go.
Master, you came back for me.
That's it? What about my dead guard?
Acceptable compensation has been received for the mortal life.
Unbelievable.
Thank you for freeing me again, mortal master. I shall shred the ankles of your foes once more, claw out their eyes and snip at their hair. Whatever you ask of me. You wish to challenge Mehrunes Dagon in his own city? A bold strategy. But I have come to expect nothing less from you, master. Destruction Solace is a quiet, haunted place. Ghosts prowl the streets, and Mehrunes Dagon basks in their agony. Oh, very much so. Arox has been there many times. The city walls are impenetrable, even by magical means. But I know of one specific location that would allow Lyranth to portal us through, if she is still a part of this. You can count on your faithful servant. It will be my honor to fight alongside you once more. You do remember that when mortals die, they usually don't come back, though, right? I have no such concerns for myself, but, Master, I worry about you. Let us make haste, Master.
There you are, finally. Now we can begin.
This is your army? Were I still in possession of my true form, the ground would shake with my laughter.
I was not finished.
This we can work with. I know a spot where you can open a portal into Dagon's city.
Very good, Alox. Come, mortal. We have plans to finalize.
My Brigadines stand at the ready. After our embarrassment at Border Watch, we're all eager for another opportunity to prove it was a fluke. We beat Dagon at Redmane, and we'll beat him here too. The Keep maintains its vigil, and the garrison's reputation stands strong, despite that business with the Painted Eye, thanks to our victory at Fort Redmane. The pleasure is ours. Too many nights of holding down a fort dulls a soldier's edge. We look forward to sharpening our blades on Dagon's horns.
Pico Gel! No, I am wrong. You are no more an outsider. After the strength showed against Nazosa, you are of the tribe. I bet you are ready for even more blood to fall, yes? These cretins do not know the law. I'm about to smack them in the face. I was a massive, ancient tree fading from thirst. Then you're...
So, yet another battle these old scales must prepare for. Do not much improve. So, yet another...
I suppose the others will offer... Soon?
I understand that Mehrunes Dagon failed to learn his lesson the first time. So be it. I am nothing if not a patient teacher. Rian and Keshu dealt with the Waking Flame adherents who revealed themselves in Blackwood, so I devoted myself to those who hoped to remain in the shadows. I must look after the Dark Brotherhood's good name, after all. I understand that Mehrunes Dagon...
I have found that the fight for the nest sometimes begins at the border of the swamp, but this is certainly the farthest I have traveled to defend my home. Gideon Fareswell, the leader.
I have to admit, I thought we finished our business with Mehrunes Dagon at Fort Redmane. Oh well, it's an honor to fight beside you again, mercenary. We've had no more trouble with apocalyptic cults since the defeat of Von Dacia and the Waking Flame. And between the Ivory Brigade and the Blackfin Legion, we've kept Blackwood safe. Truth be told, don't mistake my bravado for foolishness. Your ally Lyranth explained the stakes of the game to me. I'll see this through to victory or die in the attempt.
Champion. As promised, the Bladebearer clan will fight by your side. A magnificent battle awaits us within Destruction's solace. Many will surely die. It is invigorating. Your allies... Good. You will need that conviction in order to emerge.
You've made many allies. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry I can't join you in this fight. I wouldn't be much use to you without my power. And I'm not sure I want to see how this ends anyway. It will be too... I know. I trust you. It's hard, though. I still care for him. We were all each other had for a time. But I'm under no illusions. I know he's beyond saving. He's no longer the Sombran I once knew.
This is a pretty impressive force. Lyranth didn't seem too optimistic about finding allies. And I think she underestimated your influence on people. I've never taken on a Daedric prince before, so I can't say for sure. But I'd put my gold on us. If anyone can find a way to stop Mehrunes Dagon, it's you. You'll see this through. And I'll be right by your side when we face Sombrin.
Well, here we are. It's strange remembering how all this started. But we're going to end it now, right? We'll stop Sombrin, and we'll stop Mehrunes Dagon, too. Great. It'll be easy. We'll just sneak right in and pop Sombrin and Mehrunes Dagon right on the nose. It's just like that time when Investigator Vale... Huh. You know, I don't think Investigator Vale ever dealt with the Daedric Prince.
Even facing terrible and certain death, your allies come! You have built this army. Now you must lead it to glory. My whiskers quiver in anticipation of the coming battle. Oh, not at all. But the attempt will be glorious. I mean, of course, Master. It will be difficult, but I will be there.
I gathered allies, those who have fought by your side in the past. You've certainly accumulated a lot of them in your travels. Let us hope that between them and the Daedrat's knowledge of the fortress, it will be enough. I will open a portal to get us inside the walls of the city, as Arox suggests. After that, our allies deal with the bulk of Solus's defenses, while we try to intercept Sombrin before he turns over his power to Mehrunes Dagon. Optimism will serve us better than pessimism in this, mortal. But the sooner we begin, the better. Take a moment to speak with your allies if you want. Then let me know when you are ready.
Pay heed to Arox the Mutilator, Daedra and mortals! Make haste to Destruction Solace! It lies west of here, where the Sever becomes the Burn! To glory!
Remember, we need to find Sombrin so the Anchorite can take his power.
Hit the trail.
Undefended. Is that normal?
No. Never. Master! Be careful. I smell a trap.
Did you expect to battle my legions? Foolish mortals. I have already won.
Hey! What's happening? Run!
Relax, mortal. I have you. I was barely able to get a hold of you before the spell dispersed you along with the others. I was a fool to think we could challenge a Daedric prince. Mehrunes Dagon is one step ahead of us and we've already lost. Fighting for their lives, scattered to the far corners of this fortress, no doubt. You do not possibly have time to find them all. Mehrunes Dagon seeks to distract you from reaching Sombren. Do not lose sight of that goal. Good luck, little mortal. We have reached that point we knew was coming. The place where our paths diverge. You must deal with Sombren for the sake of your world, while I seek the knowledge I came here to acquire. I think I know what Dagon has planned, though. Complete the bargain made with the Longhouse Emperors. He will use Sombren to access Nirn, then take back the power of the Ambitions in order to merge your world with the Deadlands. It was his plan all along. I do hope you survive, mortal. Your needs are irrelevant and no longer my concern. Find your way through the fog. Perhaps you can gather your allies along the way. Remember, you must defeat Sombren and employ the Egonimic against Mehrunes.
Taste our steel!
You made it. Great. Come on. Sombren is close. I can sense him.
You are insects. Less than insects. With the power of the ambitions, soon Nirn shall be mine.
Get down. Stay low.
Soon the pact will be fulfilled. My victory is inevitable. What was freely given has nurtured, and will be freely returned.
Potion?
Go, Master! I will shred the feet of any who pursue you!
Sombren, when I begin the merging, I will need the power of the ambitions to complete it.
You're never content to rest on your laurels. I admire that.
Sombren, open the portal to Nirn.
Careful there!
The way to the mortal realm is clear.
Will is my command.
No! I cannot hold him! He's too powerful. One moment. I will gather your allies.
oblivion take you!
We will defeat them together.
That was easy.
Well done, champion. Now let us put these weapons to good use.
Good work, comrades. From here. Get to Sombra. Now.
There you are. The new leader of this pathetic rebellion. Tell me, are your people prepared for your death?
Get me! Go! I'll keep Dagon busy.
Maraid, have you come to fulfill your purpose? I will savor your dying breaths.
Dagon, please, help me!
There you are. So this is where you choose to die.
This ends here! I'll pull the evil mimic from him. Use it against Dagon.
You will pay for that.
Go! Attack now!
Pitiful mortal. You dare strike me?
Keep fighting! I'll be alright!
Arise, Sombren. I still have use of you.
Are you fighting me? More Death Lords have died for nothing?
Insolent pests. You will fall. Every sharp arrow. You will my side no longer.
Dagon, I cannot do this on my own! Aid me!
Arrogant vermin. I am the Lord of Fire and Blood. is inevitable.
I'll pull the Ego Mimic out of Sombra. Use it against Dagon.
That you could triumph over me? Fools. You have only seen a fraction of my power.
We stand with you, champion.
If you wish to die together, so be it.
We did it! He's gone! Is it really over?
Well done, little mortal. You were successful.
I have the power of all 4 ambitions now. It feels like my head is going to burst.
Then I shall relieve you of it, Anchorite.
Aaron, what are you doing?
You have done well, mortals. Your realm is safe. I consider our venture together a success, but we must part ways. That portal will take you back to Wretched Spire. I have what I need. We will not see each other again.
The power of the ambitions. She took it all. But the Ego Mimic worked. We defeated Dagon. We really did it.
Do not fret over the Dremor's deception. It is her nature to be selfish. The battle here is done. Let us return to the Deadlands.
Lyrinth. She took the power of the ambitions. But we defeated Dagon. The Ego Mimic worked. I feel like I can finally breathe again.
We did it! We really did it! You're incredible, you know that? You took on a Daedric prince and won! Come on, let's get out of here. I want to go... so used to running off to the next disaster, it feels strange to have a moment of peace. Am I dreaming, or do we really have a moment to breathe?
You're not dreaming. But it is odd, isn't it?
The battle against Mehrunes Dagon will surely be celebrated as the greatest triumph Clan Bladebearer has ever taken part in.
My powers are gone. I'm honestly relieved. Having all of the Ambition's abilities inside me at once made me feel like my head was going to split. I doubt Lyrinth took them for my benefit, however. No. It's an odd sensation, but not entirely unwelcome. Without them, Mehrunes Dagon will never have reason to hunt me. A nap first. After that, it's hard to say. Maybe I'll get a chance to explore the mortal world a bit. My part in world-ending prophecies and machinations. I'm sure they'll all sort themselves out over time. But I'm not. I've never understood Lyrinth's motivations. Sure, she was integral in helping us banish Dagon. But do any of us know why? I shudder to think about what she has planned for all that power. But I doubt we've seen the last of her. Her curiosity about the mortal world will draw her back. She tries to hide it, but in her own way, I think she is fond of us. A nap first.
By the 8, that was close. As a small favor to me, the next time you ask for my help, try to make sure we're not fighting creatures from Oblivion. I'd much rather deal with bandits or even a mundane monster or two.
I have fought many battles, friend. In some, I recognized victory before the first blow was struck. In others, I saw no hope of winning until the last enemy fell. Today was one of the latter.
There you are. I frankly did not expect to meet you again in this life. There were some bad moments when I found myself wondering how I would extricate myself when everyone else was dead.
You did it! You banished Mehrunes Dagon and saved Tamriel. How does it feel being a big hero and all that? None of this would have been possible without you, you know. You were right there from the very beginning. Absolutely. Tamriel owes us a huge clap on the back, if I do say so myself. It's been a long journey, but we're finally at the end. Let's enjoy this victory. We certainly earned it. And you, most of all. You big hero, you. Now that the dust has settled, I'm not really sure what to do with myself. I suppose we should probably check in with a few people. Word probably travels fast with something this big, but we can't count on that. As many as we can. Let's get everyone in the same place so we can all collectively catch our breath. Everything happened so fast after we kicked Dagon in his ugly face, we didn't really get a chance to talk. Maybe we could all meet in Leyawiin? I'd tell you to put up your feet, but I know you better than that by now. You never sit still for long. So I say we head to Fargrave and start by checking in with Kalia and Madame Wim first. We don't even know if they've heard what happened yet. I'll meet you in Fargrave at the House of Wims. Once we talk to Madame Wim and Kalia, we can decide who to track down next. Oh, that. I was trying not to think too hard about it. Thought it might spoil the celebration. Nothing puts a damper on a job well done like a Daedra who you sort of thought was your friend deciding to steal the powers of the Ambitions, huh? I don't know, and I'm not sure I want to know. I never really understood why she was helping us in the first place, but I didn't question it. Now I have to wonder if this was her plan all along. and what she's going to do next. That's true, but she's still a Daedra at the end of the day, isn't she? I hope you're right. She was with us every step of the way on our mission to stop Mehrunes Dagon. We couldn't have done it without her help. That has to mean something.
What a battle! Glorious! Blood drenches the ground of Destruction Solace, and Mehrunes Dagon's defeat shudders throughout the realm. Excellently. While you pursued Sombren, I helped the others hold back the forces of Mehrunes Dagon. I lost count of the foes I felled in your name. My whiskers tremble with the memory of their last moments. Just when I thought we might be overwhelmed, a great and sudden force seemed to freeze the Deadlands entirely. Our adversaries halted in their tracks, clearly shaken by the event. We used the distraction to fall back, for we knew the fight was done. Of course, Master. The very foundations of this plane trembled with your might. A legion of Daedric eyes and ears bore witness to your victory. Dagon will never forget such a resounding defeat. It was my honor to be a part of something so monumental. Within this small body beats the massive heart of a Titan. You have reminded me that my fight is not yet done, and I can still be of use. I am finished feeling sorry for myself, and hope is possible. You stormed the gates of Destruction Solace and brought Mehrunes Dagon to his knees. And you brought your allies home safely. Nothing seems impossible after witnessing that. If a cure for this curse exists, I will find it.
So we're all meeting in Leyawiin, was it? It'll be good to see everyone gathered in one place and safe. We didn't get much of a chance to assess what happened. This will give us a chance to regroup and discuss. No. It's an odd sensation, but not entirely unwelcome. A nap first. After that, it's hard to say. I'm sure they'll all sort themselves. I've never understood Lyrinth's motivation. Her curiosity about the mortal world will draw her back. A nap first. So we're all meeting in Leyawiin, was it? It'll be good to see. Of course. I'd help you and Everly hunt the others down, but great. Not that I had any doubts. You and Everly head to... I don't know if a Daedric... I'm not really sure. I can't imagine she's eager to run. I don't know if a Daedric...
We should make our return.
Yeah!
Once again.
What a battle. I will remember it always with great. You banished Dagon to the depths of the Deadlands. It is as close to death as Daedra can conceive. No. I care little for what she does with her prize. Neither you nor I have any use for the Ambition's power. Why concern yourself needlessly? An interesting question. Upraz is defeated. The waking flame is extinguished. And you, mortal, have dealt Mehrunes Dagon a humiliating blow that he will no doubt remember for eons to come. My kin are avenged. I have many possibilities.
Once again, I believe my work here is done.
Right behind you, partner.
You did well, regardless of where the powers of the ambitions now rest.
I agree. You defeated Mehrunes Dagon. That's incredible.
And there's the hero of the moment.
The small wood elf has an oversized persona, rather like a Banekin, I suppose. She informed me of the rendezvous in Leowin. Kalia and I will be sure to attend. There is something I'd like to bring to your attention first. There have been strange magical occurrences in the city. They started quite recently, and while I do not know for sure, I have a theory about these incidents. After hearing what transpired in Sundercliff, I believe they may be connected to Lyranth. The little wood elf told us that Lyranth stole the power of the ambitions. Even for someone as capable as Lyranth, all of that energy could be overwhelming. That kind of power is volatile. It may leak from her core until she manages to control it. I cannot say for certain, but if I am correct, it means Lyranth is somewhere in Fargrave. And it will only be a matter of time before she learns to wield that power without leaving a trail. This may be your last chance to speak with her. I do not know if you will find Lyranth, but you may as well try. I sent my faithful servant Hezek to investigate the disturbances, though I doubt the fool has found much. Regardless, Kalia and I will meet you and your other allies in Leowin. Just look around the city for sparkling balls of dancing light.
Lyranth, huh? I'll help you look. Let's meet at the Plaza of Portals in a bit to compare notes. Let's split up to look for Lyrinth. Is it too much? Hard to say.
Even a Dremora of my talents cannot hope to stand alone against the Dagonists and an army of living disasters. It cost you nothing, mortal. As for what I paid, I'd rather not discuss it. Point we knew was coming. The place where our paths diverge. Little mortal, come to take in the view? I had a feeling you would not rest until you found me, little mortal. I skirted the wood elf earlier, but I know better than to keep you from your goal. I assume you wish to speak with me. So, speak. Steal? Destron is dead, Sombren is dead, and Kalia was already stripped of hers. I stole nothing. As for the Anchorite, she is better off without them. She should thank me for removing that shackle to her past. My plan? I started out looking to learn a secret. Where my search would lead, I had no clue. But yes, the more we uncovered, the more I grew interested in the Ambition's power. The ability to shift destinies. What happens next? Not your concern. Oh, but it does. Where I walk next, no mortal has even ventured. Possibly no Daedra either, for that matter. I will not allow anyone to stand in my way. Not even you. It is time to let me go, little mortal. Mortals. Always asking questions that do not require answers. But I cannot discount your role in helping me achieve my goals, so I suppose I can try to satisfy your curiosity. Go ahead. Ask what you will. I'm not a prophet, mortal. Seeing the future is not among my many abilities. But the whorls and eddies of existence carry us together and apart in their courses. None can truly know when we will meet again. To fulfill a promise made a long, long time ago, little mortal. And that is all I will speak of it. We are no longer allies. I do not see the point. My part in this is finished, and I am satisfied. There is nothing further I need from them, or from you. I'm not a prophet, mortal. Seeing the future is not among my many abilities. But the whorls and eddies of existence carry us together and apart in their courses. None can truly know when we will meet again. You have been quite useful, little mortal. You have my thanks, for what it is worth. Wherever I go next, do not attempt to follow. Our paths must diverge, at least for now.
Faye knew you would beat her back. But to be at the portals when she returned, it was surprisingly simple. Well...
There you are. Did you have any luck? I looked everywhere and talked to everyone I could find. I even gave someone one of my arrows, and then he ran off with it. Ugh, this place. Did you find Lyrinth? I'm at the end of my branch here. Maybe that's for the best. Lyrinth worked as hard as any of us to stop Mehrunes Dagon, but we all understood she wasn't doing it for Nirn's sake. I'm almost afraid to ask, but did she say why she took the power of the ambitions? Figures. Maybe it's silly, but I was hoping for a little reassurance that we didn't just unleash a new threat on the world directly after banishing another. I have a bad feeling about all of this, but there's not much we can do. You're right. Let's just hope it doesn't come back to bite us anytime soon. Come on, we should get to Leowyn. The others should be gathering, and I'll pick up any stragglers we missed on the way. Meet you there?
You have the look of someone seeking.
There you are. Good, you're here. I was afraid this crowd would turn ravenous if they had to wait any longer. Don't be alarmed. Looks like everyone's in a good mood. Though I think there's a few more people here than expected. Apparently, word spread faster than we thought. When I got here, there were already people gathered. Everyone knows what we did in Sundercliff. Everly's trying to muster the courage to say something to all of them, but she could use a little help. Everly's a little nervous. That wood elf can stare down a Daedric prince without blinking, but public speaking? There is the thought. She could use your help. Good question. I have my memories back, no strange ambition powers to speak of, and nothing riding on my shoulders. I could do anything. I think I'm going to stay close to Kalia for a bit. Tamriel is new to both of us. We can navigate it together. Of course, it's my home, or at least the closest thing I've ever had to one. But I'm excited to familiarize myself with Tamriel. There's so much I don't know. Besides, having Kalia as a travel companion will be nice. We could both use the company.
My. So many interesting potential clients at this little gathering. Who should I speak to first, I wonder? Do not mind me, mortal. I am here at your request. I will adhere to whatever plans you have in store. Business, as always. Clients come and go, and come again. Oblivion will shudder for a time with the echo of Mehrunes Dagon's defeat, but it changes little for me. The House of Whims will always provide for those who have need of it.
Look at all these people! I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's not that surprising. You've got a habit of bringing all sorts together, don't you? I think they want a speech or something. I can't stick arrows in a speech. What do I say? Thanks to you, more like. Sure, everyone here played a part, but no one would be left standing if you hadn't been there. You're the reason Tamriel is safe. I look up to you, you know. You deserve so much more than this. But here, take it. People? Daedra? Everyone? I'm not particularly great at speeches, so I'll get this over with. Mehrunes Dagon tried to take Tamriel for himself, but we sent his ruddy ass back to oblivion. Now, there's one person who's been in this fight since the start of it, and I want to make sure they get their due. Take a bow, you! Blackwood deserves to celebrate its hero.
I still remember the day you appeared in our vault. I was so scared back then. It felt like everything I knew was burning to ash. I grew up hidden away.
I am impressed with you, mortal. You did something many thought was impossible, and are still business as always.
This day belongs to you, friend. I fought for my home and my people.
You, the magician, defeated Mehrunes Dagon? Again? A very kind Nord woman in Wretched Spire said that there was a group here who could help me. I've been trying to find them, but I don't have much coin. Oh, I'm sorry, but then I heard you defeated Dagon. Again? I'm not confused. Right. You're in disguise too.
My mistress, the Dread Lady, gone. And she didn't take me with her. What did I do to displease her? More importantly, what did you do to make her leave? Ugh, this is all your fault. It has to be.
Once again, the machinations of the Daedric princes have been thwarted.
This almost feels like Fargrave. I've never seen Nirn so full of Daedra.
So, my erstwhile colleague banishes Dagon himself. I must admit I'm impressed. I know only 2 people who've accomplished the same, and they are worshipped as God.
Rumors of what you need to keep moving.
This is a grand day, Master. I am honored to be here to witness it. And should you ever have need of my fangs or claws, you will always, though I am grieved to no longer travel at your side, I must return to the Celestial Palanquin. Madam Whim has agreed to assist me in searching for another way to release me from this cursed form.
Mehrunes Dagon.